Quick question. Sneaker Club asked if they could get the Reptile Army shirts in France.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
okay, cool.
100%. Thank you so much. Sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we'll do that.
That'd be awesome too to have you in France.
Oh my gosh, yeah. If you send me a picture close to some cool thing in France, wherever you are, whatever region you're in
or just
France,
a baguette. Just hold a baguette.
Just hold a baguette with a beret.
Simple Man came back and said, awesome vlog today with RJ and Mike seems fearless.
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking about, I literally, when I started, I said 30%, but I honestly thought it was 0%. 0%. Because I've been in with RJ, and the good news is that RJ didn't charge him at all.
At all.
So he was already in the submissive mode where he was trying to kind of submit. If he would have came around and started, which by the way, RJ's been acting weird lately.
Yeah,
he's been much more social. He hasn't had those hissy fits that he's had recently. He's been more he seems like he's more chill.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, which is really interesting. I mean, 3 months ago, Mike goes in there and
has
literally,
3 legs.
Yeah, he loses a limb.
He already has. Wait, hold on. Somebody's legs in there.
Someone's legs in there, and it's not RJ. But Mike did a great job.
Yeah, he really did. It was funny.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Tiffany says, "Hey Brian and Jay, I hope Lilith lays soon. I have a video proof. Lori said she would make the necklace. LOL. Much love.
Yeah. Well, video proof.
Yeah, you got to send that over. We need that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She'll make it eventually. but yeah, I think Lilith is loaded up with eggs right now. Of course, our frill dragon that's bred to Nova, loaded up with eggs. So yeah, we're patiently awaiting to see what happens.
Rare Dog says Mike's star status came out on today's vlog. Definitely need more Mike going forward. Bob Newhart.
Oh, Bob Newhart kind of charm. Interesting.
Kind of charm. Never noticed him as much before today.
Oh, that's interesting. Bob Newhart, huh? That's an interesting one.
Who's Bob Newhart? I don't know who that is. Bob Newhart.
He's a pretty famous comedian from like the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Still around, strangely enough. He just did an interview with David Letterman not too long ago, or was it Conan O'Brien? I can't remember. He's like 90-something years old, but he had a show called...
I know who he is.
He had a show called The Bob Newhart Show that was wildly successful back in the 70s and 80s.
Crazy.
But now he's like 90 years old. I just saw the interview. I can't remember if it was David Letterman or if it was Conan O'Brien. I think it was Conan O'Brien now I think about it. But he's like, I think 92 and unbelievably sharp.
Wow.
Like it looks 92 ish, maybe he looks 85, but
who's counting?
He looks up there. But he was unbelievably sharp, and I was glad to hear that. So good guy, and that's cool. That's awesome.
Amy says, Brian loved hearing about RJ today. Ended up watching old vlogs and some of Noah's challenges. If it's okay to ask, how is Eric?
I mean, Eric is good. I haven't talked to Eric in probably a month and a half or something like that. But it appears that he's good. I mean, I obviously follow him on Instagram. I follow his stories and all that type of stuff. Seems like he's loving life. He's really into RC cars and planes and all that type of stuff. But he also loves animals still. So I think they just got some ducks or something.
Yeah,
like
ducks
that.
or
got some
chickens
ducks
or something.
Chickens or something. I don't know what that. But no, I I'm sure that he'll be popping in at time and we still love him to death. So
hell yeah.
But yeah, I think he's doing good.
Ian says, hey, Brian and Jay, love watching you guys. Didn't even know I liked reptiles until I started watching you guys.
Awesome.
Been watching for almost 2 years now.
That's what drives us, right? I mean, like, that story is something we hear a lot, and we're so grateful for it. I mean, that's what gets us out of bed in the morning and gets us keeping on going, and probably what is continuing to push me to do the daily vlogs as well is because I know that, it's a tough thing, right? Because like, I understand that, ultimately whatever we do is our decision, right? It's our decision whether we daily vlog or don't daily vlog or whatever the case is. But, we built this family of people, that every day comment on, Tiffany and Jane from England and I mean the list goes on. I mean I don't want to. I mean there's hundreds of people that comment every day, and it becomes a family and so many people start their day with our vlog and it means so much to me. It really does. So that's the other thing that keeps me daily vlogging is that I don't want to let those people down. You know what I mean? It's like I know what it feels like to want to look forward to something when you're in a tough spot or you're not feeling good or something on that lines. And so it's tough, and but eventually we'll have to make that decision. But we'll always be a family, and we'll have. The one thing I can tell you is that I'm not going away. And there will be a lot of content always out there, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, lots of, with Reptile Army stuff. I hope that as Reptile Army grows as a movement, that there'll be more than just apparel, that there'll be, actual benefits from it. Like I said, investing in movement, other movements, investing in things that can help the hobby, you know what I mean? As well as back up USARK and help with the legislation and stuff like that. I mean, I would like nothing more than Reptile Army to grow to the point where we could pay for someone to work for USARK that Phil needs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he needs help desperately, but they don't make enough money to hire people to help him. It'd be great if Reptile Army got to a point where we could sponsor that and say, hey, listen, we're going to hire you a personal assistant and we'll pay their salary, So,
awesome.
I mean, there's all kinds of things, but my point is I'm not going anywhere. You guys will see me.
And then Sneakers Club says, can we get reptiles from BHB in France?
Unfortunately, no. So we exported. We were actually one of the first. I always talk about being like an early adopter to things, right? Like I always want to be like one of the first people in and stuff like that. But the truth is that so we were one of the first companies that imported and exported reptiles. I mean, besides wild caught, actual captive bred. We were one of the first people to import into Europe, into Japan, into a bunch of other countries. And that was way back probably in the early 90s, actually. And I remember we were really taking advantage of that, that market, because at the time, something that was $100 here was $300 in most other countries. So we were able to sell it for $200, and the person that was buying it was still getting a great deal, and we were getting double what we did, even though we had to do all the paperwork and all the shipping. And we had to ship, for the longest time, we had to ship out of Chicago. We're in Detroit. That's about a 5.5-hour drive to the airport to Chicago O'Hare. And then you have to meet with Fish and Wildlife to get it inspected, and then you have to go through customs. So it was legitimately like a 14, 15-hour event just to ship a shipment, not to mention the paperwork in advance, CITES paperwork, and doing all your other stuff. But we probably maybe 7 years ago we just stopped doing it, and the main reason is that prices in France are about the same as prices here in America, and so it becomes like not worth it to go through all the hassle to sell a steak for the same price that we can sell here. Not to mention we're very, very blessed to have a really good market at BHB where our stuff all sells online. We don't do reptile shows, we don't do anything. Everything gets sold online, and we sell almost everything we have. We don't have extras around and extra animals around. So we just stopped exporting because of that.
It's not really a need.
And there's so many other people now that are exporting. So so I apologize. I wish I could get you something, but it's just too much work and not worth it for us.
Was there something, I might be wrong, so just tell me if I'm wrong, but was there something with Ship Your Reptiles or something like that you were able to do if they wanted to, or that was a different thing?
No. Okay, Reptile Express can go to Canada.
Oh, okay.
But just to Canada.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking.
And there are people that you could reach out to that do, like, let's say, again, the Ham Germany show. It hasn't gone on since COVID, but if that opens back up, which I'm not sure if it will or not, I have no idea what's going on in Europe. And there's other shows like Lancaster in England and stuff like that. So who knows what's closest to where you are in France, if it's Ham Germany or Lancaster. But if those shows open back up, there are people in the U.S. that go to those shows, and you can always reach out to them, and I can ship to them, and they charge a small fee to export. So if it's like something like, hey, I want a BHB snake, usually there's a way for us to get it to you once the shows are back going and Corona's over. We can get that to you.
Damn, son.
Can we rail this in?